Okay, so welcome to my therapy's main grading suite. We are just working on color correction and stereo depth balancing of a lovely feature film, which is all shot in stereo. So what we are actually doing here is the final stage of post-production. This is where basically film is going to be finished. You've seen all the process that we did before, and now we have loaded the film, and here we are going to create the final master. The first part of that process is literally to load all of the rushes and to go through a process of stereoscopic color matching between the left and right eye. There we're just picking up, if there is any kind of, shots that didn't go through our automatic match, correcting if there is anything that, it was left over. The next thing is to basically, just apply the look like it is in a normal 2D movie. But there is a whole new philosophy behind creation of, grades for stereoscopic film. Simply because we have a play of depth in it. That means that, highlighting certain parts of the scene is going to create the perception of depth in one way or another. And also, changing the saturation or brightness is also going to help extend the depth or make the scene more shallower, or bring certain part of the scene to the front, or park certain part of the scene to the back. In this process here as well, we are going to do also the depth balancing. Now, what the depth balancing is effectively a process where we are going to create the poetry of the 3D, where we're going to position objects in a Z space to where it feels more natural, or mostly the way it was shot. And also what is very important in a way in cuts, in edits, when we are going from one depth to another, we're going to create those handovers where we're going to slowly transition from one depth into another. Once we have basically completed that process, the last part is actually something which we have worked really hard to develop, and this is increase of the perceived brightness of the film. Namely, the biggest problem of stereoscopic 3D projections in the cinemas at the moment is that projectors are not very bright. They are officially running only on a 4.5 with Lamberts, and that is something that we have to address. Now, we simply can't, make pictures brighter than what they are, but what we can do is we can perceive the brightness of the films by applying certain algorithms that we have developed ourselves. Once the movie has been graded here, we are moving it to a next stage where we're going to start stereoscopic mastering for the digital cinema, or for Blu-ray, or for the TV or 3D TV, or for even internet distribution if necessary.